Welcome to Doctrine and Devotion, a podcast that explores Christian faith and practice from a Reformed Baptist perspective. My name is Joe Thorne. I am the lead pastor of Redeemer Fellowship in St. Charles, Illinois.
And I'm Jimmy Fowler, executive pastor at Redeemer Fellowship.
You know, this is my second most favorite meeting of every week.
Oh,
you and I get to
second
sit down.
most?
Yeah, well, church, worship. Lord's Day. That's my most important
I would have
one.
thought maybe date night would have been first.
Well, if that was a weekly thing, maybe it would be.
Whoa.
But it's not exactly a weekly thing these days. No, man, I look forward to it. We finally get to hang out. You know,
I love it.
We're all busy and it's hard to connect, and this is always like a thing. We got this, unless you're traveling.
Oh, here we go.
Unless you're traveling.
Here we go.
You just told me you're going somewhere again, so.
Yeah, it's a last minute thing.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
it got cold.
Yeah.
And I said,
it got really cold up here.
I'm leaving the cold. I said, forget this. I'm out.
When are you leaving?
Friday.
Okay. So that's what you told me that.
Yeah, right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Going to warmer weather.
Okay. All right. So Brazil.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. We're going to head down to Mexico.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What?
What?
No, what
I was like, yeah.
No, but you had to look like
Yeah.
What do you mean you get it?
I mean, yeah, it's warmer, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
You just had this look
Yeah.
of like,
well, no,
yeah,
it just makes sense.
Yeah. See. Okay. You had that look.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, I just know, you know, it's like it's the holidays, and you know, you start feeling nostalgic, and you want to get back to your roots, and you want
my roots.
I'm just saying, like, I get it, like it makes sense, you know. Yeah.
How is it my roots?
Tamales and stuff, you know.
I mean, they'll be there.
I know.
I don't know why you're saying my roots, you know.
Well, I just, you know, everybody knows. It's not, it's not like a secret or anything.
What do you mean?
You know?
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
How does nobody knows anything?
Oh, but our people know everything. I think our people know what's going on.
Anyways.
Yeah.
No, so Michelle and I, another couple, we're going to go.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
It'll be fun.
And is it like a resort, or is it just like just?
Yeah, resorts.
Yeah,
it's my first time kind of doing a resort thing.
Okay. Oh, your first time ever doing a resort thing?
Like this, yeah. I've never done like all-inclusive. Usually I don't do
You've
resorts.
never done all-inclusive? No.
I typically don't do, I like Airbnbs. I don't like resorts.
So I feel like when I join you somewhere, it's all-inclusive for me. Jimmy's like, I got dinner. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there you go. See? So yes, it's different. Yeah, we're going to Cancun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Is it like, what are those places? There's like, Sandals, like that's one of those all-inclusive kind of places.
I guess it's not there, but
no, I'm thinking like there's like there's a bunch of them. Okay, there's another one I can't think of the name, unfortunately.
I can think of the name, but I'm not going to say it because I know what you're trying to say.
One.
It's not that one.
Okay,
it's not that one.
Jen and I went for our honeymoon. We went to an all-inclusive, and it was our first time and the only time we've done all-inclusive. But yeah, the beach was terrible. We had a terrible beach. This was in Jamaica. And terrible meaning it wasn't like nice soft sand where like, you know, you could lay on the beach. It was very rocky, whatnot. But beautiful. Everything else was great.
Where'd you guys go in Jamaica?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
25 years ago.
So Montego Bay or Kingston?
You could make up a name, and I would. Kingston,
those are like the two main names.
I would have no idea.
If you went outside that, I'd be shocked.
Oh, we did. We left the resort.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like
I don't know.
Like you flew in.
Yep.
And were you right around there? Or did you have to drive like like a good 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Okay, so within Montego Bay or Kingston.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It was nice, but man, just the fact it was really hard. And no tipping. They're like, do not tip. They kept saying all that, but it was so strange that it was just weird. Just go and get food any time of day. Like it was everything.
So for me, it's weird because this is the first trip I did no planning on. At all.
Oh, I can't wait to hear how this goes.
I did zero planning.
So who's planning?
Christina.
Oh, okay.
Christina,
all right.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see.
So
I don't want to jump to any conclusions.
What do you mean?
You know.
I don't know.
It might, you know, I don't want to assume it's just going to be a train wreck.
I don't think it, you know what? She's a very detailed person.
Oh, is she?
She is.
Oh, okay.
She's very detailed.
Yes, of course.
But she also knows that, why does that make sense?
I'm just saying it does.
How does that make sense?
She's probably just good with details and stuff, numbers and stuff.
Numbers and stuff? Why are you saying that?
Because she seems smart, you know?
Because she's from the Philippines?
I didn't know that. I didn't know she's from the Philippines. No, I don't really see color, so I don't. Or ethnicity.
Really? Because you seem to have a lot of like assumptions based off ethnicities.
Okay, I call them conclusions. deductions.
I said
Not-
assumptions.
not
I was
assumptions.
trying to give you
No.
the benefit of the doubt there.
No.
You went like a step further than I was willing to say about you.
Yeah.
See, look at that.
Feeling pretty good. Listen, I got to listen.
But she also, like I said, she knows me.
Yeah. She
And
knows.
she,
Yeah.
she knows I don't do all the activities.
Right.
I don't want to wham bam the schedule.
Yep.
Like I just want to sit in the sun.
But you also, when you do go and on like vacations, like you're definitely more game than I am to go to things. Like you don't want to, I know you don't like filling it all up.
Yeah.
But I definitely know that you're a guy like, hey, there's some cool places we want to go.
I'll just go walk by it. Yeah, because I want to take care of my wife.
Yeah. But this is warm up, chill out. Well, I'm metaphorically chill out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying like, but like you warm up and rest.
Warm up, rest,
And then get back to this frigid place.
I feel like I think I know it's going to be fine.
Oh,
it's going to be fine.
It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome.
But yeah, I think it's more the anxiety of not planning anything.
Yeah, 'cause you're not in control.
That's it. I'm a control freak, right?
Yeah, I've
and so
noticed.
not even being in control, knowing what's going on. I'm
So,
just like,
you tell me how Spirit Air is. I can't wait to hear how that.
oh, it better not be Spirit.
It's gonna be Spirit.
It's not. So she booked like everything.
Are you going to use like the company's private jet?
No, I don't have a company private
Oh,
jet.
I'm sorry. I
think it's American
Okay. All right.
because she tried getting United.
Yeah.
So she took care of all of it.
Americans hit and miss.
Yeah, but I guess it was nonstop, and the prices were good. So anyway,
Awesome.
so she booked it all.
Great.
And I'm just
Way to go. Good job, Christina.
I'm sure it's great. I know it's going to be great. I can't wait for it.
Really good. Really good. You got to send me pictures?
I'll send you photos. Well, maybe I hear it's adults only, no cameras.
Oh, it's one of those. No, it's not. Those are such weird.
No, it is adults only.
No, but not,
it's not
not
no
adults
camera.
only. Yeah, it's like no. I mean, it's not. It's adults only. It's not adults.
No,
only. Yeah,
it's not the resort that you were thinking of earlier.
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know, man. Even in my non-Christian days and the non-Christians that I do know, they don't want to like that's done like the weird, really perverted places. Like that's just kind of gross and weird.
No, the only thing she said was because it's adults only. At night is for like the dinners and all that.
Yeah,
they don't want you to wear like sandals. You're supposed to wear closed-toed shoes.
Yeah. So it's
no
nice,
shorts, and you have to have like a dress-up shirt.
Yeah, so it's a little fancy.
Yeah. So like, I think the whole purpose behind that is, hey, it's adults only. You're kind of having a date night every night. Mm-hmm. Treat yourself.
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
Right,
yeah.
right. It's not Chuck E. Cheese, yo.
It's not Chuck E. Cheese you're going to. You're not going to a buffet. Like there's
dragging your kids around.
There's like plenty of restaurants. Like there's a Wolfgang Pucks and things like that.
Oh,
so it's
okay. That's you like that stuff.
So
Mr. Foodie.
Yeah. So anyways, it's
cool.
That kind of.
Well, listen. Most of us don't get to go away, but
Well, you could have.
Yeah, well, if I would have been asked.
This is awkward.
Oh,
Christina. Oh,
yeah.
no. Oh, no.
So was she
Christina.
supposed to ask? You just assumed she would because we're so close.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Well, listen, what we can do, what D&D can do for our listeners is we can do another giveaway with particular Baptist Heritage books. Are we going to do that this week for Thanksgiving?
I think we should. And you know what? Joe and I are excited to partner with the Particular Baptist Heritage Books and offer a giveaway to our listeners. PBHB has republished the 1689.
Nope.
What?
This is the Catechism,
Oh,
1695.
the Catechism. It's a 1695?
See, if you read the notes before you start to read aloud.
Oh, you did but it's a 1695 Baptist Catechism, and we're giving away 2 of these bad boys.
That's right. If you want to enter the giveaway, just hop onto social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or the TikTok, and share, right? You got to somehow explain how Doctrine and Devotion is an encouragement to you.
But how are we going to find that they shared it?
Okay, well, what we'll do is we will look for the hashtag. They're going to use a hashtag. Hashtag 1695 Catechism.
Because it's the 1695.
It's the 1695 edition of,
That's right.
of the Catechism. Right. Now, listen, if you can't spell Catechism, I ain't going to find you. I'm not looking for typos. So
I agree.
Hashtag 1695 Catechism.
And we're going to pick 2 winners on Friday evening while I'm in Cancun, November 25th at 10 p.m. and announce the winners on that Monday episode.
There you go.
It's going to be good.
This is good stuff.
I'm excited.
Yeah, what they're publishing is really good, really quality stuff, and I love my editions of the First and Second London Confession.
Oh, I got them right here.
Yeah, those look good, right?
I think they look good.
Mm-hmm, nicely bound, all of that, and so waiting for our catechisms to come in too. So good resources. Well, listen, man, we got some email. Yeah, let me see if I can bring it up.
Put these down.
I don't even know. Oh, yeah, here we go. We got a couple emails we thought we could jump on, and we got a guy named Will writing about some seminary options.
All right, here we go. He says, "Hey guys, over the past year and a half, I felt a call to the mission field and have been considering enrolling in seminary. I'm an attorney working in the public sector, and my wife and I have shifted our priorities to become debt-free so that we can go into missions. The plan was to apply to a seminary like SBTS, Joe's alma mater, or Bethlehem Seminary once we are debt-free and cash-flowing seminary." Wait, what?
You're not you're a lawyer.
We are debt-free and
write a
cash-flowing.
sentence.
Yeah. However, our church partners with IRBS and Covenant Baptist Theological Seminary, and we could afford those seminaries now, but they're not accredited. Would you advise going to a seminary that I can't afford now, but isn't accredited, or waiting until I can afford an accredited school? I like both IRBS and CBTS, but I'm concerned about what impact having an unaccredited MDiv will have on future ministry opportunities. Sincerely, Will.
All right,
Will.
man. Yeah, you
Good
got
stuff.
some punctuation mistakes in here, and sense that didn't make any sense. But hey, man. No, seriously. Good question. Good stuff. We believe in formal theological education. We love good seminaries. And
I love that, looking at it the right way of, hey, if I'm going to go onto the mission field, I want to be debt free as I'm going out there.
Super important. First of all, a lot of missions agencies aren't going to let you go if you've got a crazy debt of any kind. But it is just smart. Like, you want to be as free from those kinds of burdens as you can, so you can really focus on your calling. This is great. Now, when you're looking at seminaries, there's a lot. There's a lot to consider. And out of the ones that you've mentioned, I would choose IRBS personally, because I believe I would get the best formal theological education there out of all the places that you've mentioned. That's where I would be interested in going personally. But you're talking about,
even though you went to Southern Baptist, you're saying between the two.
Yep. If IRBS existed back then, and I was able to look at both, I definitely would have chose IRBS. But with what he's talking about, I went to SBTS, I went to Southern instead of Reformed Theological Seminary in Orlando, Florida. And the reason I ultimately chose it was because, I wanted to take as many classes as I could from Tom Nettles. He had just transitioned to that seminary, and I'd already read By His Grace and For His Glory. Is a wonderful book. And I wanted to take him for everything I could. Plus, I'm a Southern Baptist, and I wanted to have as many opportunities in the Southern Baptist world as I could to do the thing that I was called to do. And I thought, at the time in particular, Southern is the best seminary that we have rolling in. This was 97, 2000. Yeah. So I said, I'm going to go there. If I get in, I want to go there. And I think that will open up the right kind of doors, because any seminary, some seminaries will close some doors. Some seminaries can maybe open others.
And plus the financial impact, though, because I think it's still at that time, there was, what do you call them? I guess just discounts?
Yeah, if you are a member of a Southern Baptist church, when you go to a Southern Baptist seminary, you get a significant discount.
Wow.
And so it was at the time, it was at least a third off. It may have been more than that.
Wow.
And they were already more economically priced because we have monies coming in from the convention to support the seminary. So yeah, I mean, we got out of seminary. The only debt we had was $10,000.
That's fantastic.
And we didn't take out loans, but we had some credit card debt because books we had to buy and things. Yep. Just a few things. So we had some debt, and we paid that off the first year that we were back. So that's important. But I think so I could speak to it if you're a pastor. I can't speak to it as much if you're a missionary. I don't know. You want to be a missionary through what organization? Through a church, through a network, through a denomination. I don't know, because if you're working with the International Mission Board, then going to a Southern Baptist seminary is going to be more advantageous for you.
Yeah, it's going to help you a bit more in that. But I wonder, not to say, I think a lot of these fields are looking for someone with education, not necessarily having the accreditation, right? Because at least they need to have something. So they're not going to just, which I think is really wise, they don't just throw people out there. That would just be foolish. Do some do that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The SBC has, they were more careful with the IMB, but the SBC was, at least when I was there, were throwing almost anybody.
Is anybody willing to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they in general, they're looking for somebody that has training, education. I know some places care about the school being accredited. Personally, I don't care. I want the scholarship. I want, so I don't want to give the impression that like, oh, just any strip mall seminary is fine. I would look for who are the scholars, who are the teachers, who are you going to be sitting under.
But are people going to be looking at? I mean, what I mean by that is someone going to take the time to actually delve deep into that?
I think most missions agencies know what seminaries are what. I think they're.
Do you think they would know an IRBS?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. But it depends on the missions agency. I don't know where he's going. So I don't know,
because even looking at it after, because he's looking long term.
Yeah.
What are his options after the mission field? Am I understanding that correctly?
Oh, you see. I'm concerned about what impact on my future ministry opportunities. Well, future is, I interpret that to be a reference to going into missions, because missions will come after seminary. But yeah, for sure, man. Listen, any seminary that you choose is going to. Certain seminaries that you choose will make certain churches or agencies go, oh, good seminary. I like that. Let's look at this guy a little bit more quickly than they might. Oh, this guy went to, Free Will Arminian Seminary Institute. They'd be like, oh, well, okay. Well, maybe we'll take a look, but I don't really know where this guy's coming from. But I don't think for us, the school being accredited or not is something to consider. Consider everything, but it's not a big deal.
I think as I get older, the accreditation thing isn't as important to me.
Yeah, to me it isn't either, but I know to some people it is. Like in fact, we had we've had some people talk about this on the podcast. We had some interviews where people talked about that, and then there are different kinds, right? There's being accredited within so that you actually get the .edu domain. If the school doesn't have the .edu, it's not recognized and accredited by the state or whatever. Honestly, I think our general advice is go to the best seminary that's going to prepare you in the best possible way. You still got to consider, are there going to be any hindrances here? But without knowing like where you're going or how you're going to be approaching this, I'm not really sure. Listen, I love SBTS, but SBTS is just at this point I favor, and I got my degree from Southern. I favor Midwestern over Southern right now.
Yeah,
Southern has the better campus. It has the better city. I feel like there's a lot of cool stuff, but in terms of like what the education that you can get, I'm vibing more with Midwestern. The scholars that they have there. Anywho. As Christians, we love the Bible. Nothing beats digging into the scripture for yourself, but studying the Bible can be difficult, and sometimes our study habits grow stale or maybe even non-existent. So, what do? Introducing Logos 10, the new release from the leaders in digital Bible study. Logos takes you beyond Bible reading and into Bible studying. And I'm speaking from experience here because Jimmy and I use Logos every single day, and we have for years. You want to do a word study, prepare a sermon, understand a difficult passage, start and actually finish a Bible reading plan? You can do all of that and more by using the study tools and the theological library in Logos 10. With Logos 10, you will uncover biblical insights whether you have 5 minutes or 5 hours. And the new Logos is lightning fast on desktop, web, or the mobile app. It has a sleek, modern look that helps you to focus on what really matters, the scripture itself. And of course, it's endorsed by leaders like John Piper, Randy Alcorn, Elise Fitzpatrick, or more importantly, the Joe Foe. Stay in the Word and keep the Word in you with Logos 10. Visit logos.com/Jofo to find out the best Logos package for you. That's logos.com/JOFO. All right, so yeah, do IRBS. That's
yeah. You do you, boo boo.
Yeah, and listen, God'll work it all out.
Oh, for sure.
All right, we got another email from a guy named Jason. Jason says, "Hey guys, greetings to the best podcast husband and wife duo in the world." You know who's who. That's right.
You know what? Thank you for taking care of my podcast wife.
I wanted to get your opinion on how best to get involved in a new church. I recently left a toxic church environment where I was serving as a solo pastor. Due to some family issues and the stress of my previous pastorate, I've taken a call to work with a local nonprofit for now. My family has begun worshiping at a new church that seems like a great fit for us, but I'm not sure how much I should get involved. I want to be plugged in with ministry opportunities there, but I'm concerned about doing too much too fast. Just wanted to hear your thoughts on the topic. Keep up the great work. Jason. P.S. Joseph, I'm disappointed in you. As a fellow metalhead, I lament the episode number 666 has come and gone with not one Iron Maiden reference. I'm sure the band would be disappointed too if they weren't so busy being awesome. Do better, bro. Let's just say.
Let's just say that one was my fault.
Well, yeah, Jimmy couldn't do episode 666, and it was like, I don't, if we couldn't do, I'm not going to.
It was my fault.
Yeah, we would have fun with it if Jimmy and I were doing something. But it couldn't work out.
My bad, bro. My bad.
But it's also so obvious of a thing. It's kind of cooler not to even address it. Just like,
sure,
especially since Jimmy ruined it.
Listen, I said I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you didn't say you were sorry. You said it was your fault. But here you just said, are you saying you're sorry?
I said I was sorry to you.
Now you want me to say? I feel like publicly you should probably apologize to the audience. And in particular to Jason.
Jason, I am very sorry.
Oh, I don't believe in Jason.
What?
He's a master manipulator.
I don't even know what's going on. How am I in trouble for this?
I don't know. Listen, man, you got sick and I haven't seen you.
Oh, I have not been feeling good.
I know. You're not feeling good now.
Yeah.
Jimmy's wearing a mask right now.
I'm not wearing a mask.
He wears it everywhere he goes.
I do not.
Oh, my goodness.
I do not.
Triple vaxxed, boosted.
Don't.
No, it's fine. It's good, You still, You don't have the vid though.
No.
We got a bunch of people around here got sick with flu stuff.
I'm glad I got it this week, not next.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
Pretty happy about that.
Yeah. Deb is our ministry assistant, office manager, secretary, house mom. She does everything here. And she was saying like, oh man, Jimmy's sick. Jimmy didn't tell me. I had to find out from Deb. But anyway, she's like, Jimmy's really sick. I'm talking to him while he's at his office and he can't go home because he's got all these important conference calls and everything he's got to do. So he's just got to muscle through it.
I buckled in there, man.
She said you locked yourself in your office,
locked
closed the door.
In my office, closed the door, turned on my heater. Like I brought a heater in there.
Yeah.
So
you had a fever then. You're trying to get warm when you're
so I changed I brought a change of clothes like sweatpants and everything. So I got in there, changed into those. That way, if I left my office, I had to put,
Why?
Because I'm not going to go walk around my office in sweatpants.
Why not?
Because I'm not walking around my office in sweatpants.
No, but why not?
Because I'm not going to walk around in my office.
I don't think you understand how questions work.
No, I think I do.
No.
I'm answering.
No. That's what you're doing. I'm asking what you're going to do or not do. I'm asking why are you not going to do that?
Because that visual is not one I'm going to be putting out there in the office. Like,
all right.
Here I am walking around.
Dirty gray sweatpants.
Here I am walking around. These ones.
Okay.
I'm not going to walk around like that. I had my slippers in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried taking a nap on the floor.
Did you have a puke bucket?
I had a garbage can.
Yeah. Gotta have it.
Mm-hmm. And so for my video calls and everything, I just kind of I put on, I switched shirts, put on my college shirt, just sat there. Yes, indubitably.
Good call. All right.
Yep. I'll get back to you. Let's circle back next week. Okay, guys?
All right. So Jason was a pastor, solo pastor. If you guys don't know, like people like to use terms like senior pastor. When they say solo pastor, this usually means that there are no other staff, and it oftentimes means in the Baptist context, there are no other elders.
No other elders.
You are the pastor / elder, and then you've got deacons or a board or something that is.
So it might be a smaller church.
Yeah, probably a smaller church. And he said it was toxic. It was not a good environment. So we're sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, probably because there was only a solo pastor.
Yeah, it's it could be a bad sign. It's definitely a sign of things not being organized biblically well. Unless it simply means no other staff. You could, if you have a plurality of elders, no other staff. But yeah, because either we've talked about it before. Either the pastor becomes pope or pawn.
Yeah.
It's that's a long callback. Yep. Long time ago. All right, so you got burned.
I'm still very proud of that.
That's good. Good. It's helpful because a lot of us have experienced. Not many of us get to experience the pope aspect. I'd like to try that for a while.
You want to try being the pope?
Yeah. Get the big hat, dresses.
No, I've been in that church with a pope, and I was just like,
yeah, but you weren't the pope.
I wasn't the pope.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
we need to be trying.
No, I was Martin Luther going, no, no.
Yeah, putting your Post-it notes up on the church door.
Yeah, bam.
95 Post-it notes. All right. So got really burnt, and you left there, and so now you're taking a break. He's doing nonprofit stuff. That's great. Good,
love it.
Good call. Take care of your family. Rest up. So you're trying out a new church, and you're wondering how much you should get involved. And this is going to be super subjective, right? It's going to depend on you, what you're capable of, how much time do you need to heal. Right, we encourage people coming out of bad context and just heal up.
Just take some time. It's okay. Don't just jump right in.
Get fed.
And I think he's calling that out too, right? I don't want to be doing too much too fast.
Yeah, very, very good. So what are some issues then that he probably needs to guard against when, not jumping, but looking into being more plugged in to serving at a local church? What are some issues that come to mind? I'll give you a chance, because one of the things that I think about is...
Oh, you're going to give me the chance, or you're going to let me...
I'm going to give you a chance to think.
Oh, but you're going to say the thing I'm about to say.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nope. I'm going to write mine down, and then we're going to see if you say the same thing.
Hold on. I'm going to wait.
Hang on.
Go ahead, write it. Yep.
I'm going to write it down. Hang on.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Are you ready? Because I want to say it.
Almost. I got to write it down.
All
right, go.
Ready? I'm going to say family PTSD from the previous church.
Not what I was going to say.
Oh.
But good. You already got something to go.
I do. I told you I had something.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you guys had a toxic previous toxic environment that you're coming out of, right? Depending upon whether it could have been things that you dealt with coming at you, or maybe it's toxic because of your leadership. It could be either or. We don't know. But the reality is now you're going into a new context, and you're bringing that baggage with you. Your family is bringing that baggage with you.
Yeah.
And you need to deal with that baggage before really jumping in to ministry, again.
Yeah.
So I would take the time to be meeting with the pastoral staff, counselors, whatever they have available, small group, discipleship group, and work through some of that stuff.
Yeah. Be really honest about, and I'm assuming that you were more of the victim here, which is good, just to make sense. But I would tell your story.
See, you would.
Yeah.
So you would as a church leader.
Yeah.
As someone that has been under that kind of leadership, I'm just going to assume the worst of everybody.
Yeah. No, I'm not assuming the worst of him.
I am.
Yeah. See, that's
what I'm saying. We balance each other out.
Yin yang.
Yin yang.
Yeah. Disagree to agree. But I would say, tell your story to them. Let them know what's up. And, if they're healthy leaders, then they're just going to say, hey, man, take your time, take care of your family. Yep. And part of dealing with that baggage or unpacking that baggage is talking to your family, right? I agree with you, Jimmy. Talk to the church, get some sort of support, counsel, whatever, but also talk to your family. What are their needs? Mm-hmm. How can you best minister and serve them? So I would do a lot of listening when it comes to talking to your wife and your kids. Another thing to think through is you are a former preaching pastor coming into a church. And that is, for some churches, a red flag. It's like they're automatically they're like, really? Oh yeah. It's like, oh, here comes a pastor. From now he's not a pastor anymore. Doesn't even matter why, but now he's here. What energy is this guy who used to be in charge going to bring, or who used to be a leader in the church bring? Because some guys come in with expectations, like, I was a pastor, so I have built up some credit here. I should be treated in a certain way. Other guys come in humble, and they're just happy to be there. But some churches,
I don't think I've ever experienced. I've never thought about the red flag.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it is a red flag, but some churches just automatically are like, oh, I'll tell you what.
See, I would look at that and I would say that's an issue of the leadership of that existing church to automatically assume a red flag.
Well, red flag just means like, hey, take note. Right? It's something that this could be an issue.
Okay.
Maybe it's a yellow flag.
Sure, that sounds better to me.
Okay.
It's a potential warning sign.
It's I would say it's a potential warning sign. Like, it's something to look at, right? Because what's this? And that's always true.
Because that's true of anybody that coming in. Anyone that comes in hard and fast is a warning sign to me.
Yeah. In fact, at this point, when somebody comes in really fast, we just have somebody with one of those flashlights with the orange cone on the end, and we just detour them away from us now. We're just like, you're coming in too fast. Super excited.
Something's wrong.
Over here.
Something's
we just
wrong.
wave them into the next church. So some of our listeners know Tony Dopke. He is a pastor now. He was with us for years. Now he's pastoring just north of us. And he was telling me, he's like, I got these two former elders of a church in town. They've left that church and they've been visiting with us and they want to join. And so I said, well, here are all the things that you might want to think through with elders coming in.
Yeah.
Like, why did they leave?
Yep.
What's their story?
Yep.
Can you get a fuller story?
Yep.
I would make it very clear to them. Listen, if everything's looking good, I would still make it very clear. Just so you know, your path to being anything here, whether that's a Sunday school teacher or an elder, is no different from anybody else's. And so, since you're new, we're not even going to consider anything until enough time has passed.
Yeah. Just so you know, that's exactly what Joe did to me.
Did I do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You were trying to steer me away from the church.
Was I orange coning you?
You were orange coning me. You're like, you should check out New Covenant just down the road.
Yeah, well,
and then you were like, oh, you want to be executive level? You know what I mean? Like executive pastor, administrative. Man, that sounds good. You should meet with the guy over at the Catholic Church. I was like, what?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I did not say that.
You did.
I would never encourage anybody to go to a Catholic church.
No. You didn't tell me to go to the Catholic Church. Like to meet with some guy from the Catholic Church.
Then what'd you tell me? What'd you just say then?
I just said, oh, cool.
No, what did I say?
Oh, there was a guy over at, was it St. John Newman's? What's the one over on 64?
I don't know anybody in any Catholic church around here.
All I know is you're just trying to get rid of me.
Okay, might have been trying to get rid of you, and obviously that didn't work.
No. You know what? I figured out what you were doing, and it worked. You were trying to push me away, so I wanted you more.
That's right. See, that's my game.
That's your game.
Playing hard to get.
And I was like, I'm getting him.
You can't keep me away.
I'm getting him. I'm going to worship even harder now.
I made myself desirable. See, it's the opposite of what I did with Jen. I walked up to Jen and I was like, hey, girl, you want to go out? And she was like, ew. So I stopped that. Learn the hard way. So and by the way, these two guys that were looking to join, they're like, we have no interest in stepping into any leadership. Perfect. We just want to heal up with our family and everything. So that was good with Tony. So I think, so these are some issues, right? Make sure you're taking care of your family. Make sure that you are, communicating with the church, because they might have questions. If they have false ideas or false assumptions, dispel those things. And if you really are, if it really is a good fit, then I would just say start small, start slow. I
think so.
I would say give it some time. How long have you been there? I would give it months before I would try to start to do anything, just to rest, get with my family.
I mean, I want to join some sort of small group.
For sure,
I think that's fine.
Normal church life.
Yeah. But I'd give it time before serving in that sort of a capacity.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you want to serve in hospitality? Go for it. Yeah. You want to serve AV? Go for it, right?
Even that, though, I would say, depending on the trauma or the damage, they may just need time before they're plugging into actively serve on a team. But for sure,
but don't wait too long, because listen, I've seen others that have been healing up and are just now scabbed over.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you get really comfortable and used to not doing anything.
Yeah.
And now it's I've got to change my whole way of doing things now. I have to add to this. It's been too long. So, yeah, be careful. But I think plugging into ministry opportunities, I would say talk to your wife about it, pray about it. Don't go too fast. But eventually, I think if you are healthy, then you're going to want to find a way to serve. You're going to look for some ways to do that, and if your church is healthy, they'll take their time, they'll be patient, but they'll look for ways to plug you in. If they're healthy, they're going to hey, listen, we had two musicians, professional musicians, join our church years ago, and they were on staff at a big church with lights and solos and all kinds of stuff, and they said, we really want to come here, and I was like, but we don't do that, and they're like, that's why we want to be here, and so they transitioned here, and I didn't ask them. I didn't put any pressure on them to do anything because they were serving at such a high capacity at their former church. And a year goes by, and I finally said, hey, listen, just so you know, if you are ever interested in playing, serving in the music ministry,
let us know.
Love to talk to you more about that. But no expectations on you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want them to feel like we were trying. And they were like, oh, we would love to.
Yeah.
And they were awesome until Tony stole them.
Until Tony?
Yep.
Tony, the lion tiger.
Tony Dopke, if you guys are ever in Elgin, Illinois, go to Calvary Baptist Church and say hi to Tony. But just know, he'll steal your friends.
Yep, steals good people. He'll steal people that you're like, hey, that might be a good elder candidate.
Yeah. Oh, if he was a Mormon, he'd steal your wife. Just saying.
What is wrong? Because
I'm just saying they can have multiples. He'll take stuff.
He'll take
the best people. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, Jason, I'm sorry. We are sorry that you went through that.
Yeah.
It sounds bad, but you're in transition right now. This is a great opportunity to heal up, reassess your calling and your passions, and keep listening to good music like Iron Maiden. It's fun stuff.
There you go. Well, we'd love to hear your thoughts. You can follow us online on Instagram and Twitter at Doc and Devo, or on Facebook /Doctrine and Devotion. You can head to the website, doctrineanddevotion.com. There you can contact us. You can sign up for the email blast with the store, jofostore.com, and grab some gear. You want to support the podcast and get exclusive commercial-free content? Subscribe to Doctrine and Devotion All Access. Subscribers get free weekly devotional meditations Monday through Friday in the Banter of Truth podcast. To sign up, click the link on your podcast player for this episode that says support this podcast, or head on over to doctrineanddevotion.com/all access. Later.